Hello there, my name is Chris and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have a flight up to Kingsbridge. Dave, my man's just getting the aircraft ready, and so hold tight. We're going to try and find some of the more interesting and outstanding country houses around South Devon, particularly in Kingsbridge, and then out towards TORCROSS and Stokenham and around the coast over there. We're just approaching Kingsbridge here on the left, and the tide's out today, and we're just flying over what used to be Dates Boatyard, which was located just close to the main road to Dartmouth there, and we're going to carry on now up the estuary. As we come up here over Kingsbridge, there is one house down below which is Key House, and it was built by Lieutenant Colonel William Elford Ilbert in 1789, and it became Twyford Schoolhouse for Girls in 1902. Flying up now over the outskirts of Kingsbridge. This is Westville and Kingsbridge Community College down below, and just over there up on the left is West Alvington Village, and now we're approaching the Bowringlsleigh estate. And just down below here also is West Alvington Woods. On the other side we'll see the main house of Bowringlsleigh. We trace back over 400 years in the South Hams when they came and settled in a modest grey Elizabethan manor house, Bowringlsleigh, just west of West Alvington. Bowringlsleigh was once called Leigh, was originally built in 1303. The Bowrings were here by 1332, but the male line died out in the 15th century. The Ilbert family have been at Bowringlsleigh for many hundreds of years now, and then until in 1984 Miss Ilbert, the last remaining Ilbert, passed away, and the property then moved into her distant cousin's hands, Mr. Michael Manistee, who's been working on the property and restoring it ever since. We're going to fly away south now, down towards BEESANDS, and have a look at another country house, Widdicombe House. We've just flown past the village of Beeson, and we're coming now down to BOWRINGSLEIGH, which was built by Mr. Vickery of TORCROSS under contract from the owner, Mr. Holdsworth of Widdicombe House. It's sometimes known as Bowringlsleigh. Built as freshwater lake round about 1880, Mr. Vickery put 82 men to work on it, and the higher part of it was filled with about 650 pike. We're just turning inland now, and we'll fly in over BEESANDS, and here you can see BEESANDS back in the 50s when it had a caravan park stretching all along the length of the beach. Old BEESANDS village here from around about the 1950s. Quite an interesting outlook, I think. Just approaching Widdicombe House now, which was built in 1720 and was the seat of the Holdsworth of Dartmouth, and it's once said to have been owned by Captain Cook. The grounds were originally thought to have been designed and built by Capability Brown, but this remains unfounded at the moment. 1944, the 177th Ordnance Battalion took over Widdicombe House before they embarked on their journey to Normandy on D-Day, June the 6th, 1944. I read from the sales particulars of Widdicombe House from 1921, where it was stated that it was a fine family residence, beautifully situated in charmingly wooded grounds and commanding glorious views, and the grounds are tastefully laid out pretty shrubberies and walks, thatched summer house, and much more. Down below you can see the old vegetable walled garden, which is not currently in use, but still a very fine feature. We'll fly off east now and leave Widdicombe House, and we're going to go and have a look over TORCROSS and see what we can find in that direction. End of TORCROSS village, we see here the very famous Crowing Cock tea rooms, and I should think this dates from the late 1930s. We fly on now over this massive freshwater lake, and just looking to the east we see Manor House Hotel, which was sadly blown up during the Second World War. When the evacuation took place here, and it was Exercise Tiger, and they were doing all their training for preparation towards going to northern France for D-Day. Which was built in the early 1800s, and this was the home of Sir Newman Bart, who was the Lord of the Manor of Stokenham. Well, that concludes part one of our travels around country houses in South Devon, and hopefully you'll join me on the next one when we travel and look at some more exciting and interesting properties that are all around South Devon. Bye for now.